Hello everybody, welcome to what is a brand new episode here of G1'sBeta Disaster. Today is going to be a bit of a different video or style. I don't actually know what this is. I don't have anything planned basically. As you guys know, usually every time we play this, I have something big planned, you know, whether that would be, I don't know, building storage rooms, doing trees, making farms, upgrading houses, building portals, building cave areas, towers, whatever. I always have something big planned, but there's a lot of stuff actually that we need to do that's kind of small that doesn't really warrant its own video. But I'm going to be doing it in this video anyway because there's actually a lot to talk about. Like the title says, this has been the hardest week of my life, and I'll get into that momentarily, but throughout the video you'll probably just see me doing things like making path blocks and whatnot. So I don't expect this to be like insanely, entertaining, I guess. It's more of, this is just, like I said, this has been the most difficult week of my life, and I want to like explain to you guys why that is. So that's kind of what this video is. So the idea is that, honestly, I don't even really care about organizing right now. I can always do that later. I might grab some of these, but the idea is that we're gonna just be decorating, making paths and whatnot, and again, we're gonna try and make them look a little bit good, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I don't want them to look kind of random and whatnot. So that's kind of the idea for today. At least just the beginning part. So for those of you guys who did not watch last episode number 8, I actually mentioned how at the time of recording, my older cat Hunter was actually a little bit sick, and that remained true, except not entirely. So for context, this is an exact week later. I ended up recording a different video on Sunday when I usually record these. So I'm recording this one on a Wednesday. And today was a really hard day. I mean, probably not the hardest day, but still a hard day nonetheless. And that's because okay, let me start with the full story. How about that? Let me start with the full story. Last Tuesday, I did my normal shenanigan SMP stream. I did it with Pine. It was all normal and whatnot, and it was great. And then at around 9 o'clock, that's when I decided it was time to get some dinner because I was hungry and wanted some food. So I go into the kitchen, and Hunter is sleeping on the floor. Now, for more context, Hunter was 15, and we've had him since I was 3. Mind you, I'm 18, so we've had him for 15 years, and in all of that time, I do not ever recall him sleeping on the floor, if at least maybe the carpet once, but never like actually just sleeping directly on the cold like stone kitchen floor, or whatever the floor in the kitchen is made out of. I'm not actually too sure. So that kind of struck me as unusual. Now, a couple of weeks prior to that, he actually did have an ear infection, so I actually thought that maybe his ear infection came back. Basically, on the discharge notes, they told us that he has something called polyps or something like that. It's like POLYPS. Basically, what that is it basically will just cause ear infections to come back. So I don't know if they can like fully ever go away, but basically what will happen is like, we can technically clear the ear infection, but then it can come back. And some of the symptoms with that involves, sometimes he can be a little bit wobbly when he walks and stuff like that, right? And I thought I didn't get it. So he can become like wobbly when he walks, struggling to eat, and he did look exactly like he did when we just came back from the vet the first time. Like, it looked exactly like it. So I'm like, okay, maybe we just, whatever. So I ended up not making anything to eat. I couldn't think about anything. I rush and give Hunter the eardrops because we still had some. So I gave him the eardrops, and then I found the medicine which will like help him. It'll make him tired and like drowsy, but it'll help him as far as like not feeling as much pain. So I found the bottle, but I couldn't find where the like little syringe thing is, because it was one of those where you have to like insert the syringe into the top, but like it's a specific one where you can't use it for all of them. It was really weird. And I could not find it for like the life of me. I looked everywhere for almost an hour and a half, and I couldn't find it. I was having like a breakdown. I literally was like so upset at myself because I'm like, I can't find a little stupid syringe, and Hunter's in pain right now. But I found it, and I stayed home from school the next day, but being last Wednesday, and he was feeling a little bit better, right? And that's you know, that was good at least. So I stay home on. Sorry, this is a hard video for me. If I'm really quiet, it's not, you know, me. It's not you guys. I promise. It's me. It's like your computer is a-okay, or phone or whatever you're listening to this on. But the issue for me was that I just did not want to leave his side. I wanted to be there for him because he's been there for me throughout the entire 15 years, right? Remember? So I didn't want to leave his side. So I didn't go to school that Wednesday, and I took care of him. And one of the things that I noticed was that he didn't really like he was hungry. Like he was hungry. Like I had to help him eat, and he legitimately would like need help, and he was like hungry. He was like, you could hear him eating, and it was kind of bad if you think about it, looking back now. But the fact that he was eating was, honestly, I was really happy because he was not really making that much or moving that much. So seeing him move like that was like an amazing feeling. So then what I do is I'm trying to remember at this point. Oh man. So I decided not to stream. I remember. So I don't stream that day. I remember. I told everyone in Discord, I'm like, Hunter's not feeling good. We think he has an ear infection. I'm just not gonna stream today. And I ended up recording this episode 8, editing it, and then uploading it. I actually uploaded and scheduled it all in one night, which I'm gonna be doing again for this one. But so I did that. The next day, it's Thursday. I can't stay home, right? I kind of like have to go. I just stayed home the day before. But what I do instead is I set up my old iPad. It was like an iPad mini 5th generation. I turned it back on after like months of not using, almost a year at this point, since I upgraded to a different iPad. And I use it as like those camera things, like the little like security cameras, that's the word, where like I can access it from my phone. While I was at school, so all day. I mean, like, you can ask if I had my friends on here as like I don't know, guests, they would vouch for me that I was just watching him all day. So I was, even though I was at school, I didn't leave his side, like, and I was like talking to him, even though I'm pretty sure I might have had the thing on mute. I think I still tried talking to him, which was interesting. But one thing I noticed that he didn't move. He like didn't move or much. So I was kind of worried. I was like, okay, maybe we need to take him to the vet because, maybe the ear infection's back. I started to set up a GoFundMe because I thought that we needed to, I thought we needed to pay for surgery, which, for those who don't know, sometimes the surgery to remove the polyps, which, again, at the time I thought he had, that can be pretty expensive to do. So I tried to set up a GoFundMe, and I didn't expect to have it for a while, but I was gonna do every single like dime, every single penny I made from content creation would go into his surgery, and then I was just like, maybe the GoFundMe will just help in case someone out there or Mr. Beast happens to see it, you know what I'm saying? So I set that up, and I set that up at school on Thursday. Like, literally, like, first period of on Thursday, I set it up. What ended up happening was we got home. Me and mother got home, and he was barely breathing. I mean, like, mother had to really, really shake him to like get a breath out of him. Like we needed to make sure that he was alive, and he was, but he, just he was not good. He really wasn't doing good, and so we rushed to the vet, and I kind of knew, I kind of knew that it was his time. So I was, just thanking him for an amazing life. Just in case, sometimes, how there's sometimes that like mother's tuition, yeah, whatever it's called, the weird thing where like the mother will like somehow know that like their kid is sick. I basically had that, but for Hunter, right? Like I knew that he like was not doing too hot, and I was preparing for the worst. And then when the worst came, it came kind of badly. I'm not gonna lie. The doc came in, and they were like, "Yeah, his ear infection. His ear is great. It looks perfectly like perfectly normal. But that he has a tumor on his liver, and that we technically could save him. We could do CPR on him to try and figure out do CPR on him so that they can like keep him alive, and then figure out what exactly happened, and stuff, and that they might have been able to maybe extend his life by a month. Like at the max, they said like 2 to 3 weeks, 2 to 3, up to a month max. And I thought about it, and I really wanted to say yes, but then I thought about it, and I remember sitting with him on the kitchen floor, and I remember just how much pain he looked like he was in. I mean, he, at one point, one of the nights, I kept him in my bedroom as well, to not leave his side, and when he went to the bathroom, in the corner of my room on my carpet, which is fine. I wasn't mad at him. He just kind of sat there in it. He didn't like move, and it was really sad to see. So I look at Mother, and she kind of knew, and we basically told the vet that they should put him to sleep, and he did. He's resting now. We still haven't gotten his what's it called, the ashes. We're getting like an urn and pictures of like a paw print or something. I don't exactly know at the moment, but we're getting some things, and we haven't gotten those yet. But so we put him down, and on the Tuesday, I made him a promise. On the when I originally thought he was sick, I also thought that he was dying then. So I had made a promise to him that the next time I would see him, I would get to tell him that I successfully made it as a content creator, because he was there when I started it back in 2016. I was 10 years old, and not gonna lie, I didn't have much people who believed in me. Most people said that this was just that this was just a hobby, that I can never make this a career, and I can't like pay bills with this. And there was times where I believed them, but he helped me remember that this is what I'm meant to do. And so I made a promise to him that day that I would keep doing what I'm doing, and that the next time I see him, I'm going to tell him that I made it as a content creator. So that's why I'm motivated. I started recording that video on Sunday I was telling you about. That's why I was so motivated to start doing a video that day. So that's the first promise I made. And then my second promise to him that I made on the day when we went to the vet is that I told him that I would raise Ashy Poo right. My other cat, you guys probably know if you are frequent viewers. I told him that I would raise him right. Raise him the same way that I did him, and that I would, make him, be perfect like he was. And I'm trying. and we went home that night, and it was hard to go home. Even now, even here in my office where I'm making this video, where I spend 90% of my day making content, trying to fulfill that promise I made to Hunter, I still feel like this isn't home, or fully. I mean, I know this is home and I can feel it, but man, not having Hunter, man, that's it sucks. It really, really sucks. I mean, that's every single fight that I've had with family, every single disagreement, every single hard moment in my life, I would always come home knowing that Hunter would be there. And I don't know if I'm gonna sound crazy when I say this, but like I still talk to Kitty like he's here, man. I carry around this picture of him everywhere at home. Like, I don't go anywhere without it. I carry his blanket, or his favorite blanket, which I thought was his favorite, and I still think it was one of his favorites, contrary to what Mother believed. But I think the reason why I like this blanket so much, and I don't have like a good picture to show you guys, so I'm not gonna bother showing it, but I think one of the reasons why I love this blanket so much, is because of the fact that on the day of when we had to go to the vet and put him down, that was the last thing I held him in. I was holding him in this blanket that I have behind my chair right now, and it was tough. But I'm trying to hold back the tears, I'll be honest. I already cried on stream multiple times for him. But home just doesn't feel like home, honestly. And it's real. It sucks. It honestly sucks. I wish I can say that, like, I feel better now. I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I still do not feel good at all. Like, I still don't get enough sleep. I still wake up at 4 a.m, like, holding the blanket as hard as I can. Like, I'm like squeezing it as tightly as I can. And like, I haven't gotten a good night's sleep in a really long time. And it's hard. It's hard because everyone says it gets better with time, and I know that it'll get better with time. And I know I still talk to him like he's here, which might make me sound crazy, but like, I still talk to him like he's here. Because that was the thing that he was always good at for me. Is that he was, in a sense, my therapist, if you think about it. I mean, did he tell me what I did wrong and how to fix it? No, he's a cat. He can't speak. But him being there, listening while I talked about everything, a lot of the times I would realize that, if I did something wrong, this is what I did wrong. And if not, then this, or like something else. If it was like a fight that we had, for example, sometimes I would be in the wrong, and I would like learn about that because of Hunter. And it's hard. It's honestly really hard to not have him here anymore. I know he's here listening. I still talk to him. Like I said, sometimes I look at the picture. Sometimes I look at the blanket when I do it. I still talk to him like he's here. So technically, nothing's changed. It's more the fact that he's not here to like, he's not physically here. I can't give him a hug. I can't, pet him after a long day. I can't see him anymore. And oh my gosh, the things I'd be willing to do just to see him again. Oh my gosh, it's. And people say that'll get better with time, and I know. I just don't know if it'll be anytime soon. And I know it's gonna be a while, but this sucks. I mean, it really sucks. I mean, the fact, the fact that for 15 years, he's been here every single day. Hasn't gone anywhere. I mean, I think he got escaped. I think got escaped. I think he escaped before. Mother would tell me stories about how he got out. But he came back. And this time he's not. There's no coming back. This is it. This is forever. He's gone. And it's hard for me to accept it. It's hard for me to accept it. I mean, today, for example, I could not come to terms with it. And today was also the 1 week mark of the last time I took care of him. And tomorrow was the 1 week since we had to put him down. And that's hard. I can't react the way I am. And that's why I'm making this video. And I even, sometimes I think you guys know me. Sometimes I get worried that if I tell you guys certain things, or if I make a video and I'm talking about like this, for example, right? Like me and Hunter, right? That I'm asking for sympathy and views and trying to farm likes and whatever. I'm gonna be honest. I, with peace and love, did not care about content creation. Which is weird because it's something I've been doing for the last 8 years or something. But I'm gonna be honest, I did not care about it. I do now, of course. I do now. But for a good while there, I didn't care about it. I was just thinking about how am I going to function, because I don't know, and I still don't know. I don't have, I love Ash. I love Ashy Poo to death, and I hope you guys understand that. I hope you guys get how much I love him. But he's a bit of, he's too energetic. I can't tell him how my day was, or how, I got into a fight with someone, or how, look at me go, Ash, you were there from the beginning with the content creation. He's not going to be here for that. And I love, I want to train Ash to be like that. But I don't know if he is, because he's very energetic, and I love him for that. I really do. But he's very, very energetic, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't have the faintest clue, and that worries me. That worries me, because I considered Kitty my therapist. I'm gonna be honest. I considered him a therapist. So having him, or not having him, I should say, it's gonna mess with me. It's really going to affect me. But I need to make it as a content creator. On Monday, I didn't know if I was going to go live. I'm going to be honest. I didn't know if I had the motivation to do it that day. And like I said, I don't know when I'm going to stop feeling like this, if ever. Right, because it's hard when it's someone you've known for so long. But I'm hoping that it gets to the point where I know that he's there, right? I know that he's watching and whatnot. And I hope I get used to him not physically being here. Because that's the thing that hurts the most, I think. And I don't know. Like I said, this is going to be a bit of an interesting video, because I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't have anything big planned. I'm working on this. It's not really much. I know it's not riveting content, It's just, I just want you guys to know how I feel. And today was bad. I mean, I think I've got it under control now, or I've kept my cool now, but I mean it was really bad, guys. I'm just glad to have you guys here, honestly. I appreciate you guys watching the videos and being here for this, for me. You guys are friends, and I just appreciate you guys being here. So yeah, just thanks for being here, I guess. I do appreciate it. I hope you guys understand how much I appreciate it. And Oh man. Kitty. 15 years though. I must say he lived a great life. For 15 years. He had a great life. Oh man. 15 years. Hope I can make it that far with Ashy Poo. You know, I have the picture right next to me about, you know, with him or of him, and it's the one picture where I bring him around everywhere, and it's he's here still. He's here still. So I think that's what I'm gonna call it. I know it's a shorter video, but I didn't want to not do this video this week and then get back to normal, you know, recording next week, and then I have to explain next week when I can just explain it this week on why I'm not feeling like this, or why I'm feeling like this and not feeling like normal. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get back to the way I was. I mean, we're trying to get another cat now, but I don't know. I don't think I'm ever gonna be normal. This might be the new normal, and I don't think I'm much different, but also, yeah, I think I am a little bit different. Because Hunter truly did help shape me into who I am today. And I promise, chat, it's not a I'm going to, or it's not a I hope to make it, or I'm trying. I'm going to make it as a content creator. Okay. This series will take off. If it's not this one, it'll be the Shenanigan SMP. If it's not that, it's Beta or Hard Crit Disaster. If it's not that, it's the upcoming 7 days Let's Play. If it's not that, it's whatever series I create, but I'm going to make it. And I want to thank you guys so much for being part of this journey. I don't know if I'm going to edit this video. I might have to rewatch it and see if I have to do any editing. But if I don't do any editing, it's not because I'm lazy. It's because I just want this to be this is just my feelings video, you know? So I might literally just upload this raw, you know, just take a quick thumbnail, add some text over it, and just bam, that's the video, you know? And I do want to thank you guys for watching. I think it was important for me to tell you guys how I feel, because it sucks. This is like, I know I'm not alone. I have people in my life who are really important to me. And I also have Ash, right? I have people. I know I'm not alone, but I just feel so empty without him. So that's why I needed to do this video. Like, I felt like I needed to do this, so I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time, where hopefully we actually have something planned. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I love you all.